What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'll go on my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. So, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications when I premiere a brand new video, or go live on YouTube every Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And let's get started. Now, AEW Dynamite was a good show. I enjoy AEW Dynamite tonight because it was a good show. It says we kick things off with Pyro before getting into the ring. Our opening contest is already getting underway. So we get Double Jeopardy match. Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Cascano versus Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion Ray Phoenix. This was a good match right here. The winner of this match gets a shot at their opponent's championship. Ray Phoenix and Claudio Trejo's apparently, with Ray Phoenix showing off his agility and Claudio Cascano his prowess. Claudio Cascano managed to get the uppercut on Ray Phoenix now, dropping him with a backbreaker. But Ray Phoenix is just as quickly able to find him off from the apron moments later, leaping off the ropes for a diving hurricanrana that sends the Ring of Honor World Champion to the outside, and then a big dive to the outside. Ray Phoenix attempts another dive, but Claudio Castagnoli catches him in midair, sending Ray Phoenix into the barricade. The fight continues on the outside until Ray Phoenix catches Claudio Castagnoli with an aerial attack right off the barricade. The match begins itself back to the ring, where Claudio Castagnoli is able to use his power to get a near fall on Ray Phoenix, but an attempt to go to the ropes becomes an issue for Claudio Castagnoli when he gets caught with a counter in a near fall from Ray Phoenix instead. Another high flying attack gets reversed into a lariat by Claudio Castagnoli, who picks up a near fall from it before Ray Phoenix rolls to the outside. Claudio pressures him once again, lifting the tag champs up to slam him into the barricade as we go to picture in picture. We're back in picture in picture. Claudio Cascano continues to attack on Ray Phoenix, using his power and strength to get the upper hand until Ray Phoenix is able to start mounting a comeback as we come back. Claudio Cascano hits a big gut wrench suplex on the tag champ, but only picked up a near fall as a result. Things get really interesting as the two trade strikes, leading to a big thirst kick from Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix follows up with a strike in the corner, followed by a cutter, but a weak cover allows Claudio Castagnoli to kick out with ease. Once again see the Blackpool Combat Club watching on from backstage as Claudio Castagnoli escapes to the outside, only for Ray Phoenix to catch him with a moonsault from the top rope. Ray Phoenix brings the champ back to the ring, but Claudio Castagnoli catches him with a reversal for the near fall. Claudio Castagnoli looks for the Ricola bomb, but Ray Phoenix hits a code red to reverse it for a near fall off his own. Ray Phoenix looks poised as he brings Claudio Castagnoli up on his shoulders, but Claudio Castagnoli counters out for another near fall before focusing on a hammer and elbow series, followed by the Wakala bomb for the pin and the win. The winner of the match, Claudio Castagnoli. This was a good match. The win here means Claudio and a partner of his choosing gets a future shot at the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. Claudio Castagnoli leaves the ring to celebrate on the ramp. Okay, so we'll go backstage. We see Miro walking down the hall, only to shove past Renee to walk into the office of Tony Khan. So we get a video package. MJF talks about the 4 pillars and the main event of Double or Nothing. Commercial break. So we get a video package hype for the main event, still cage match between Kenny Omega and John Moxley. Okay, let's move on. Backstage, I'm sorry, back at ringside, FTR makes their way to the ring as the AEW World Tag Team Champions have a few things to say. First and foremost, they look to offer an apology to Mark Briscoe, but the music of Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal hits. Instead, the pair alongside Sandom Sign and Sanjay Dutt make their way to the ring as Sanjay Dutt demands an answer to the challenge for a double or nothing. FTR takes the poll to the crowd before responding further, saying they'll accept if the group admits to using Mark Briscoe to get to the titles. Okay. The war of words stopped for a moment as Mark Briscoe rise to the ring, telling the boys to simmer down before saying he talked to Tony Khan and he has some news. The tag title match is on, and Mark Briscoe is the special guest referee. Mark Briscoe offers a beverage as a peace offering, handing cups to everyone in the ring before Sanjay Dutt takes a swing, spitting it in the face of Dax. Chaos spills, chaos erupts as Cash goes for the group as Mark gets sent in Dax's direction, leading to the champ hitting a power driver on Mark Briscoe by accident. Jeff Jarrett and his crew leave the ring before Jeff Jarrett rushes back to shout at Dax. Okay, backstage, Renee talks to Chris Jericho about his issue with Adam Cole. Chris Jericho reveals a court order banning Adam Cole from the building when Chris Jericho is there, only for Roderick Strong to appear, challenging Chris Jericho to a match to a a fight with falls count anywhere. Jericho accepts the challenge for next week before Roderick Strong reveals his own court order banning Jericho appreciates his side from the building before walking off. Okay, Renee, who likely needs to rush with the short of speed Barry Allen could be proud of ends up by the office of Tony Khan looking to hear from Miro. But Thunder Rosa arrives instead, saying it is good night to talk to Poppy Khan before stepping into the office. Like I said, Tony Khan has a huge announcements every week in AEW. I just want to put this out there. Commercial break. Video package highlighting the rise of Sammy Guerrero ahead of Double or Nothing. We cut to Tony Khan standing by backstage, talking about all the big stars we have in AEW before promising a big announcement next week on Dynamite. Like I said, like I mentioned just now, Tony Khan has some huge announcements every week. So every Wednesday, that's all I gotta say. Let me continue. Backstage, AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy makes his way to defend his title in our next bout. Out next is the challenger Daniel Garcia, and this match is underway. So we get the AEW International Championship match: Daniel Garcia versus AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy. Now I'm gonna say this match was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. This was a pretty good match. Orange Cassidy catches Daniel Garcia by surprise with a wrist slide takedown, but Daniel Garcia follows up with one of his own to show up the champ before turning the crowd. Orange Cassidy shows off some more of his power before taking Daniel Garcia down with an arm drag, followed by locking in an armbar. Daniel Garcia gets to his Daniel Garcia gets to his feet to reverse it, but the champ is really showing a different side to his offense here until Daniel Garcia goes for a drop toe, at which point Orange Cassidy blocks it before sticking his hands in his pockets. Orange Cassidy unloads a fury of his unique offense on Daniel Garcia, but a confrontation on the apron works in favor of the challenger as Daniel Garcia twists the injured hand off the champ. Things spilled to the outside for a moment before Daniel Garcia and Orange Cassidy get back in the ring, where the challenger is rarely taking the fight to Orange Cassidy, spilling back to the outside now. Daniel Garcia sends Orange Cassidy onto the apron and then the barricade as we go to picture in picture. We're back from picture in picture. Daniel Garcia continues the attack on the champ, taunting the crowd at times throughout. Daniel Garcia brings the champ back into the ring, hitting a big suplex, but only getting a near fall before locking in a chin lock. He hits a knee to the back of the champ after before before locking in a bow and arrow that gets reversed into a near fall for the champ. Daniel Garcia escapes, taunting the crowd after beating the champ down. Daniel Garcia locks the champ up, hitting a big curb stomp as we come back. Okay, Daniel Garcia taunts the crowd even more as Orange Cassidy gets back to his feet in the corner. Orange Cassidy, I'm sorry, Daniel Garcia goes after the champ in the corner, but Orange Cassidy stops a superplex attempt with some elbows to the back, only for Daniel Garcia to catch the champ with the superplex after all. Floating over gets reversed with a stun dog millionaire by the champ, only for Daniel Garcia to counter a DDT into a dragon screw. The two take to trading blows now, which ends up with Daniel Garcia kicking the champ right in the kneecap to take Orange Cassidy down. Daniel Garcia sets the champ up for a pile driver, but it gets reversed into a beach break of shorts. But the champ only gets a near fall. Orange Cassidy looking for an orange punch, but Daniel Garcia drops him with a drop kick to the knee. Daniel Garcia follows up by taunting the champ with a vicious kick before hitting a kick and a jumping pile driver for a near fall. The champ catches Daniel Garcia with the inside cradle and a beach break for a two, separated near falls. Daniel Garcia catches the champ with a dragon tamer after this, leaning back to really put the pain on Orange Cassidy's leg. Daniel Garcia follows through a triangle sleeper followed by a crossface before stomping the hand of the champ in a set of near falls. Breaks the hold only for the champ to catch Daniel Garcia with enough leverage to keep for the full three, getting the pin in the win. The winner of the match is still your AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy. That was a pretty good match. Okay, video package. Sheeta joins forces with Baker and Jamie Hayter to take on the Outcasts. Back at ringside, Tony Schiavone is standing by with Christian Cage and Luchasaurus addressing Cage challenge for the TNT Championship. Christian Cage says he's the number one contender because he is Christian Cage. When you're accompanied by what Cage has, you can walk into the office of Tony Khan and says, I get the shot. Christian Cage goes on to address the daddy issues of those in AEW particularity. Warlow saying that much like Warlow seems to look for a new father. Arn Anderson seems to be looking for a new son, referring Brock Anderson being under the contract. Christian Cage runs down Arn some more, declaring himself a legend before saying Arn is not as good as Christian Cage. Christian Cage ends the interview by saying Rollins will realize that his days as TNT champion are all about over before leaving the ring. Okay, so we'll go to a video package. Darby Allin talks about his road to Double or Nothing. Back at ringside, Julia Hart makes her way to the ring for a no holds bar match, only to be blindsided by Anna Jay, and this match gets underway quick. So we get no holds bar match. Anna Jay versus Julia Hart. And this match right here, this was this was a this was a decent match right here. This was decent. This match is a com, culmination, com, culmination of weeks of issues between the two, and the early moments are a reflection of this as they really go at it each other all around the ring. Julia Hart and Anna Jay go at it with a mix of brawling and weapons, including candlesticks. As we go to picture in picture, back, we're back from picture in picture. The match is very even between the two until Julia Hart gets a near fall before bridging Anna Jay up to send her into the corner. Anna Jay reverses into a chop to the chest, but Julia Hart Julia Hart responds with some chops of her own. Anna Jay is able to get the thumb to the eye to stop things for the moment, but Julia Hart is quickly able to go back on the attack. The two shout at each other before trading blows, with Anna Jay getting the upper hand with a kick to the face to Julia Hart's face. Anna Jay brings a chair into the ring, setting up the corner before going after Julia Hart, who ends up sending Anna Jay into the chair as we come back. Julia Hart goes under the ring to grab several chairs before grabbing Anna Jay, who ends up dri- dri- driving Julia Hart face first into the stack of chairs. Instead, Anna Jay sends Julia Hart back into the ring, but only get a close near fall that surprised her. Anna Jay grabs the nearby the nearby trash can, slamming it into Julia Hart before setting it up over her in the corner and hitting a big kick. Anna Jay goes for a cover, but again only gets a near fall. Anna Jay goes back to the outside, grabbing some chairs to bring back into the ring before peeling them right back up. Julia Hart is struggling to move as this goes on, but as Anna Jay goes for a suplex, it gets countered by Julia Hart with some forearm strikes. Anna Jay is in the corner now as Julia Hart hits a superplex, driving the leg into the steel chairs, and Julia Hart goes for the Heartless, locking it in tight to force a submission by Anna Jay. The winner of the match, Julia Hart. This was a decent match. Backstage, Renee talks to best friends and Bandito about what their choice of stipulation is for the AEW World Trios match up next. After a bit of confusion on what this means, Trent announces no widgets will be allowed at ringside before they head off to the ring. We see them making their way out before we go to commercial. So we go to commercial. Back from commercial, the AEW World, the AEW it says back from the break. I'm sorry, back from commercial. The AEW World Trio Champion makes their way to the ring as they gear up to defend the titles against the best friends and their new Amigo Bandito before this match gets underway. So we get an AEW World Trios Championship match. I'm sorry, AEW World Trios Championship Open House match. Bandito and best friends Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta versus AEW World Trios Champion House of Black. In this match right here, this match, this match was this tag team match was this was um this was solid. This was a solid tag team match. As a reminder, open house match involves a 20 count on the outside and no disqualifications with the dealer choice stipulations belonging to the challengers. The match kicks off in relative darkness in the ring, beginning the match. Things eliminated as we see Bandito and Malachi trading strikes. Um, before Bandito gets sent to the corner. Black on the attack, and Bandito is able to find him off to some degree before Malachi locks in a knee bar. We see Orange Cassidy watching on backstage as Bandito rushes to the ropes, only to realize that there are no rope breaks per the rules. Bandito instead has to pull himself free from the hold before a tag made to Trent. A true team offense is employed, allowing Trent to go for the pin go for a pin, but only after Brody King gets a tag in. Chaos starts to ensure, leaving us with Black and King in the ring as we go to picture in picture. We're back from picture in picture. The House of Black resume control as we see Trent bring back into the ring. Where Brody King goes on the attack until a tag made for Malachi Black to follow up on this. Another tag to Brody King keeps things going in favor of the house. But Trent is starting to fight back as we return. Tag to Buddy. It says tag to Buddy who keeps Trent from getting a tag of his own, and Trent has no one to tag after hitting Buddy with a DDT. Thirst kick by Trent gets him a near fall as Orange is seen backstage again. Malachi Black distracts Beretta. Trent Beretta leading to the roll up for a near fall. Trent finally gets a tag to Bandito, who really hits his who really lets high flying be seen as he dives to the outside. Dives to the outside. Where is it? It says dives to the outside. Yeah. It says where it says dive onto the outside. Who really flying? Sees he dives to the outside. There it is. On Black and Brody King. Bandito climbs the turnbuckle after this, but takes a big kick from Buddy Matthews instead. Chuck tags in, hitting a soul food on Buddy, but Brody King gets a blind tag, dropping Taylor with a Dante's Inferno to pick up the pin and the win. The winner is still your AEW World Trios Champion, House of Black. That was okay. Let's move on. But that tag team match was like solid. As the champ takes their titles, we cut backstage where Orange Cassidy has been laid out and stand over him as Kyle Fletcher of Aussie Open. Okay, let's move on. A video package Jungle Boy Jack Perry talks about his rise in AEW rundown of upcoming Rampage and Dynamite matches hype for Ricky Starks versus Jay White next week. At ringside, back at ringside, the steel cage is being lowered before John Moxley makes his way through the crowd towards the ring for our main event. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial. It says back from commercial. Kenny Omega makes his way to the ring before this main event gets underway, only for John Moxley to get the jump on him on the ramp. The two the two go at it before the fight gets to the cage, where Blackpool Combat Club comes running out to go after Kenny Omega before the Young Bucks makes the save to even the odds. Things get even more chaotic on the stage as the Young Bucks contain continue with Blackpool Combat Club by the stage before security comes out to break things up. Back at ringside, Kenny Omega has entered the steel cage and is waiting for John Moxley to enter. After a moment, this main event is finally underway. So we get a steel cage match, John Moxley versus Kenny Omega. This main event was fantastic. Fantastic match. This was, in my opinion, this was the match of the night right here. The two start off trading blows, leading to a setup shots for each, followed by some hard punches from Kenny Omega, who is able to follow with a boot to the face. Kenny Omega with fall for a slam and a moonsault and gets a near fall by. gets the near fall as John Moxley kicks out. We see Kenny Omega reaching through the apron, pulling out a steel chair wrapped in barbed wire. Kenny Omega goes to work on John Moxley, who said chair eager eager to show John Moxley the level of violence he promised ahead of this. Kenny Omega sends John Moxley face first into the turnbuckle, but John Moxley used the camera nearby to smack Kenny Omega on the head. Kenny Omega on the apron now with a kick to the head of John Moxley, who responds by sending Kenny Omega's back to the cage. Now it's John Moxley with the chair, only for Kenny Omega to catch John Moxley with a bulldog into it instead. Kenny Omega lifts John Moxley up, hitting a body slam right onto the wire chair. The damage is evident as Kenny Omega climbs the turnbuckle, but John Moxley catches him with a superplex onto the chair. Kenny Omega looks really bad after that as we go to picture in picture. We come back from picture in picture. We see John Moxley starting to take control of the match here as he drops Kenny Omega before losing the ropes to remove them from the ring post. And what can be what can best be described as a possible nightmare for the ring crew after after the show is over. Kenny Omega intercepts Moxley with a forearm to the back, but John Moxley finds him finds him off to continue his hard work, handiwork. John Moxley used the ropes to do even more damage to Kenny Omega as we come back. John Moxley is using the hood out to pull at the mouth of Kenny Omega before wrapping the cable around the neck. Uh, but Kenny Omega is doing his best to fight back before John Moxley hits a drop toe hold and follow up with a bulldog choke of short using the ropes for more damage. John Moxley continues the assault before hitting Kenny Omega with a knee to the face. Kenny Omega goes to the corner to lock to look for more weapons, pulling out a bag to several a small pile of broken glass. Only, only it says only for Kenny Omega to hit a driver just shy of the glass on John Moxley. Kenny Omega with the knee to Mox, but Mox fights out of a one-winged angel to lock in a sleeper hold. Kenny Omega is fighting back, however, and drives John Moxley back first into the pile of broken glass on the canvas. John Moxley looks hurt here, but managed to catch Kenny Omega by surprise with a chokehold that Kenny Omega countered into the near fall to break the hold. Um, John Moxley looks for a God style pile driver, but Kenny Omega rolls out, hitting a V trigger on John Moxley. Kenny Omega is looking bad through giving John Moxley a chance to get back to his feet. Kenny Omega follows suit, and the two are back to trading blows, leading to a knee twice over by Kenny Omega, and a snap dragon suplex on John Moxley onto the broken glass once again. John Moxley is up to his feet just as Kenny Omega hits a massive V trigger, sending both men crashing through the side of the cage, which breaks open. Kenny Omega's leg gets trapped on the bottom rope here, leading to official checking on him. We when we finally break through the outside, John Moxley sends Kenny Omega back into the ring before grabbing a screwdriver from ringside, but Don Callis comes in and stops the attack. Kenny Omega gets a distracted John Moxley from behind, hitting a V trigger in a one-winged angel, only for Don Callis to break it up with a screwdriver to the head of Kenny Omega. The crowd is shocked, quickly booing Don Callis as John Moxley managed to get the cover on Kenny Omega for the pinfall win. It's for the pinfall win. The winner of the match, John Moxley. That match was fantastic, and that was the match of the night. Officials rush out to check on Kenny Omega as Don Callis glows over what has happened, standing over the fallen Kenny Omega before looking to jab Kenny Omega again, deciding the declining better of it, instead whispering something to Kenny Omega before shoving him to the canvas. Don Callis leaves the ring with a wicked smile on his face, facing a chorus of Daryl Guthrie chants from the Detroit crowd before John Moxley escapes the ring. His music plays as the show comes to a close, and AEW Dynamite goes off the air. But like I said earlier, like I said earlier, AEW Dynamite was a good show. Um, anyway, if you guys enjoy my AEW Dynamite review and highlights, please give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and what your thoughts on AEW Dynamite because it was a good show. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications to get notified when I premiere a brand new video or go live on YouTube on every Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. KFG crew, KFG Kings, too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang.